I normally start at 5:30 a.m. for my job, and I ended up waking up earlier this morning, about 4:25. I wanted to be able to start at 5, and then I was starting to stress to start at 5, when in fact I don't have to start till 5:30. It's most likely just a question of appearance and perception, because I want to be seen as a hardworking person. But in fact, I know I am. So why would I need others to realize it too? Then it's probably just the ego talking. And we go back to linking that to the self confidence. I feel like I'm not as good if I'm not seen as a hard worker, when in fact, if I know I am, or if I do the job, which sometimes I must admit I'm not working as hard as I could. But overall, it just means that it's a self-confidence issue here. At least that's what I see. And when you're not sure you're good enough, it's most likely because you have an expectation of others. Still, something that I'm working on, but it's still lurking, still there. Not easy. Yesterday I said that I wanted to be more positive and refrain from being negative. Well, well, let's say that is hard. It's very hard to not be sassy or sarcastic, or even not have negative thoughts. It is hard. It is very hard. Hard to have nice comments to say while being a parent. You sometimes have to do discipline, but to do it in a positive way is not always easy to make a point across. That is hard. That is hard. Oh man. Normally, they want the best for their kids. But at the same time, it also can lead to overprotecting them and r- robbing them of opportunities where they could learn valuable life lessons. So I guess another way of looking at it is, when you see your kid going down a path, and if it's almost, oh, if it's there's a high chance of failure, it's probably best to just let them fail, unless they were gonna hurt themselves physically or something. I mean, don't jump off a bridge, for example. But life lessons, they probably need to learn the hard way sometimes. When you're too hard headed, yeah, I mean, I am. So it's only natural that my kids may be too, sadly. Uh, that's a bad thing in some cases, but in others it could be good. But here, nah, don't think so. But yeah, I tend to look at it in a bad way, that I don't want them to hurt themselves. But now looking at it from another perspective, and the only way I see it is that it's going to be a valuable lesson that someday they'll learn. Someday they'll understand. And it's not really about them telling me later in life, yeah, you were right. I don't want to be right for that. It's not the point. It's really not. But just for them to realize before it's too late that some things are very important, and you should not take them for granted or take them lightly. It's hard. It's hard. I guess it's also a feeling of losing control again or not knowing what's going to happen. Well, in fact, in some cases, you know what can happen, but you don't really want this to happen. So it's kind of a mixed feeling. It's weird. It's not fun. But I gotta let it go. I have to. I have to. Otherwise, I stress for something I cannot really control. Sure, I could yell and complain and whatnot, but what good would it be? I gotta let go. That's what I gotta do. So yesterday I pulled out the card for the, what was it? It was the Foodborne. So here it is. It's another twist. Not necessarily what you would expect, but I try to eat more healthy. So I said I'd try. So anyway. So now it's time to pull another card for tomorrow. And here we go for the new one for tomorrow. Dum dum dum. It's harder. What is it? Oh, texture. Interesting. I got a few ideas. And another couple of lessons for today. Yeah, always learning. Always learning something. Yeah. So that's it for me today. Till tomorrow. Ciao.